Hello, this is Distracted Lord, and welcome back to Wreckfest. And it's been a little while, but this game had an update a couple of weeks ago, which added a new track, and I thought I would go have a look at it. So it's called the Torsdalen Circuit, I think? I don't know, don't ask me. We have a couple of different routes of it, and we're going to do some racing. And we're going to start off with a fairly sensible car, that is the Speed Demon. I am also very much hoping that my wheel is not too loud, because that would be rather annoying. Because if the wheel makes too much noise, I'm going to have to re-record my voice so that you can actually hear me. And when I was playing Beam last time with the wheel, it was rather loud. There's also these annoying, like, sort of concrete barrels almost along the edge of the track that you do not want to touch because they are absolutely solid, and the AIs do not understand how corners work at this track whatsoever. The AIs just don't understand this track. Like, it's actually one of the worst tracks for the AIs in the game, which is saying something because the AIs are awful at, like, most of the tracks. Sort of bad looking track, with some nice trees in the distance. Nice mix of dirt and tarmac. And these stupid curves are really aggressive. And if you hit the start of them, there is like a solid bit at the start that you can actually collide with. And the leader has just gone off. And I am now in first place because the AIs have binned it. Of course they have. Wreckfest AI moment. I nearly got torpedoed, apparently. The air has actually caught up to me. What a surprise. And now it's in a wall. Completely unknown. I didn't even have a helmet. Yes, thank you for the nudge. Like, the start of the curve just appears, like you can't even see it, and then it's just there. And I have hit one of those concrete things that I said you really don't want to hit. And now, as you can see, the whole back of my car is not the right shape. They could do with being at least partly destructible. Like, they are very aggressive. You just have to stay away from them as far as possible, otherwise they will ruin your race. I mean, I'm surprised the car's actually still moving. I guess it didn't, I just sort of clipped it, so my car still functions just about. The wheel alignment is really not how it should be. And there we go. Yeah, it just spins out the end. Yes, and I came fourth because I wrecked it at the end. A bit. I didn't even get a best lap. That's disappointing. Yeah, I've only driven this circuit like 3 times before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet. So, although it wasn't particularly loud, I still wanted to not have the rather obnoxious sound of the wheel in the background, so I'm recording this afterwards, after the race. And as you can see, I have got the motorhome, and I have brought it to the short circuit reverse of this track, which, as you can guess, is backwards and shorter. And the AIs still don't particularly fit round this, and now, as well as driving themselves off the track, they roll themselves into solid walls. And I have taken the lead by the end of the first lap. I mean, I do have one of the faster motorhomes out of the lot, but it doesn't help the AI keep on continuously rolling themselves. And then I completely mess up that corner, and we don't talk about that. And then I roll it myself, and nearly recover it, and fail, and get driven into, like, 3 times. And I'm pretty sure that yellow one just swerved at me and missed. But I eventually recover it, and I'm down to 7th. As we come round to the favourite corner of the AIs, where 3 of them are on their sides. One of them magically falls back onto its wheels as I come past, and now I'm up to 3rd. The 2 leaders are a little way off in the distance, and I completely mess up the braking and almost crash into the wall. That's not going to help me catch up. And then another one comes up behind me and tries to ram me off the track and does an awful job of it. Be nice if it hadn't have tried in the first place. This corner, it taps me on the back and nothing comes of it because it didn't hit me very hard. And the 2 leaders are in the warp. One of them has managed to almost end up rolling over onto its front. And the one that was behind me has also fallen over. And a couple behind that have fallen over, I think. Great job, AIs. So I'm on to the final lap. Quite far out in the lead now because the AIs have all fallen over. And we're coming around the 3rd corner, I guess. Around the 4th. And the 5th corner that no one likes. And down to the bit where this makes this track shorter by 20 meters. And there's a massive pile up of AIs. Because someone's fallen over and then tried to rejoin and been smashed into and been wrecked, and now there's a few wrecks lying around and don't quite know what happened. But a massive pile up because this is motorhomes and this is Wreckfest. But it's fine, I stay on the lead and finish the race in 1st place. Unfortunately, I don't even get the best lap. And for the 3rd race, I have got the main circuit reverse, and I am driving the little pocket rocket. So I start and immediately nearly crash into a wall. The AIs have already wrecked a couple of themselves, and there is tyres flying everywhere. Bit of bumping around, and I get spun, and now I'm 2nd last. Something terrible must have happened to the last place, and a few of them have come flying off on this corner and smashed into trees. There's an AI on the wrong side of that barrier, of course there is, and I gain another place. So we come down the long straight, going 70 miles an hour in tiny little, not quite toy cars. Get an actual nice pass on one of the AIs, and we're coming up here and there's a weird bump in the road which sends me bouncing around, and then I have some fun on curbs because these curbs are annoying. And here is a nice demonstration of why I hate the curbs. They have these giant walls at the start of them and you touch it and your car falls over. I mean, that wasn't even a massive crash with this. I've had bigger crashes with actual sized cars, just the front of the car catches on it and it goes for a massive spin. So we're going quite fast through this section, a bit wide through that corner. Not that it matters, the car behind is... Oh, another one just appeared behind me. So there's quite a big gap between the car in front and the car in front of that. But I think I'm catching the one in front of me. Probably seeing that it is on fire. I would imagine that when it's on fire, I would catch it. And I went for the dive up the inside, and it got the cut back, and we find that the bump is still there. Surprisingly enough, the bump has not ceased to exist. And then I have some more fun on curbs. It just randomly flung my car sideways. And then I slightly clip a car that was respawning and send it spinning, of course. Physics. The car in front of me is really sending it up the verges. We just take a nice dive up the inside. AI gets the cut back. Coming side by side into this corner. Can I come around the outside? I can't remember. Apparently, yes, I do. That is nice. I am now in the 20th position. There are now 2 cars in front of me, side by side, as we come up to this corner. And someone has already won. My car is literally faster than them all, but it doesn't matter because the AIs can apparently actually drive these things around this track because there's not too much for them to crash into. So I'm coming up on these 2 final corner, and I just get past one of them and smash into a wall after I finished. As you do. But I didn't even get fastest lap. Thought I was going a bit faster than that. I mean, I did literally have the fastest car. I didn't feel like I was going slowly. Apparently the AIs can just drive the tiny car around this track, and I can't. That is going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.